Just one of those things. An angler goes through frustration inside when a bass breaks off on you. Just one of those things. All you gotta do, cast out one more line, try to catch that bass just one more time. You're up early morning, headed to your home lake. Got your favorite lure tied on, boy, you just can't wait. Got your boat skipping across the lake, headed to your secret spot. You cast the line just in time, but then a bass breaks off. Just one of those things. An angler goes through frustration inside when a bass breaks off on you. Just one of those things. All you gotta do, cast out one more line, try to catch that bass just one more time, but don't take it personal. No, 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 don't take it personal. Now you move to your next way spot. Got your next lure up and your boat on spot lock. With a jerk here and a switch there. Now the fight is on. You get that bass up to the boat, but now the bass is gone. Now your day is over and your live well's full. You got some wildlife fish and some crappie too. But the one thing that keeps playing in the back of your mind, you had that big old bass hooked up, but it broke off the line. Just one of those things. The name that goes through frustration inside when a bass breaks off on you. Just one of those things. All you gotta do, cast out one more line, try to catch that bass just one more time. Just one of those things, baby. Frustration inside. Just one of those things. All you gotta do, cast out one more line, try to catch that bass just one more time. Just one of those things. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So far, I got one person in, and I'm not going to wait around for a bunch of people to come in. If you see the post up that I'm live, then come and join me. But anyway, I'm Ron Pratt, the coordinator, president, and founder of the TTBA. And the reason why for this particular stream today, this weekend, or this Sunday, and I hope everybody had a great Sunday. But anyway, again, the reason why this stream is because the title of this is No One is Fishing My Tournaments. I got two in on live, and that's the topic of today. No one is fishing my tournaments. So I want to start out where I started as far as hosting bass tournaments, and the reason why I am the president and founder of the TTBA, which is the Team Trail Bassin Association. Now, a lot's been playing on my mind because I'm not getting no participation from no one out there. So, but anyway, I want to go where I started. When I first got into the fishing, I happened to be watching some fishing shows. And during the case, Kyle, let me wave back at you. During the time I was watching these fishing shows, I see my grandson is on there. Hi, Devin. At the time I was watching fishing shows, I wasn't really doing anything. I was enjoying the bass fishing and how to catching fish. And in the past, my goal was to play pro basketball. So I was very active in sports coming through high school, even far as I can remember, elementary,
middle school, which you guys call it now. I called junior high back when I was going to school, and high school. So I was very active in sports, even after high school. Played on some companies I might have been involved with. I played on their company teams, whatever. You know, even here now, I live in Vegas. They had corporate challenges that we used to have. I would go on and play, 3-on-3 basketball with them. So that was my main goal. But anyway, as I said, as I got to start watching fishing programs, and as I got older, I could no longer play the sport of basketball. I've gotten too old to play it. My bones are, can't keep up with it anymore. Just wear and tear on my body. So like I said, I was watching fishing, and I was watching Bill Dance. And Bill Dance said, if you really want to get involved into the sport of fishing, join your local bass club. So, you know what? That's a good idea. I'll join my local bass club. So that's what I did. I joined a local bass club here in Las Vegas for the first time. And I'm not going to give you the name of the bass club, but the bass club was an all-white bass club. And I was the only African-American in that bass club. And let me wave at you. You guys follow me here on Facebook, and I'm also here on YouTube. But anyway, I joined this bass club, and I was the only African-American in the bass club. And when I joined the bass club, I was looking for camaraderie, looking for to get new friends, really get into the sport of fishing. And I remember my first day out on a boat, on a bass boat out there on the water. I loved it. I mean, I was really excited. Matter of fact, I can remember the first cast. I almost got bit on the first cast, and my boater was like, we're really excited. Look at this guy, man. He got his act together out here. But anyway, I was with that bass club for 9 years. And being with that bass club for 9 years taught me a lot about fishing. Also, 3 years, I was tournament director and vice president of the club. They voted me in. It was great. And you would think, oh, well, Ron, that was really great, your experience. But being the only African-American in that club, I truly didn't get the support I felt I deserved. I really don't think I got the respect as an angler I deserved from that club. So it was a hard decision to leave that club and pursue something else. So as I'm pursuing something else, I find another club, another organization. Now, this organization is a Black-owned and Black-ran organization. And I'm not going to mention the name of that organization either. But I jumped on board. I saw a good thing. I had found them on the internet, and it was like, wow, okay, this is what I'm looking for. So I joined the organization, and I became advertising manager, basically advertising, promotion manager, that type of thing for the organization, because that's what I like to do. I can promote. I can go out there and promote. If I really something that I'm interested in, something that I believe in, I will go out and promote the hell out of it. So that's what I was doing. Came up with some ideas. He came at me with we want to make a video. And in the meantime, I had ran into somebody in the music business, because that's what I was in at one time, in the music. And I had gotten out of music, but I had heard about this gentleman, and I'm not going to mention his name now because we no longer speak. But I contacted him again and said, hey, man, I'm with this organization here. They want to do a video, put a video together or something for the next tournament coming up. And he was like, oh, that's cool. So I was doing some other research, looking around, trying to find some other companies here out of the Las Vegas area to do something with that. And because this gentleman wanted to do a tournament in California. Now, I live here in Vegas. California is my home state, and I live here in Las Vegas. And he had been trying to get a tournament in California for the longest with some other people he was dealing with. I don't know who they were, but some other people he was dealing with. So I jumped on board and managed to make that tournament happen. There was another person that was involved in that, a pro angler. I'm not going to mention his name because it's really not important. But there was a pro angler involved, and he knew a lot of guys. So we had a nice turnout for that first tournament that I did all the work in. I made the drive from here, from Las Vegas to Clear Lake, up in Lakeport, California. That for the first time, I never been to. It was about a 13-hour drive. So for my first time going, so I spent 13 hours driving from Las Vegas, Nevada to Lakeport, California, up above the Bay Area. So that's gas money I spent. I also had to pay for my room. I also had to pay for my food and run this tournament. Matter of fact, I even paid for the permit to fish the tournament. Now, after the tournament is all done, said and done, and it turned out to be a great tournament. As far as I felt for my first big tournament, of about 30, I would say about 32 anglers. We had 16 boats out there. So we had about 32 anglers on the water. We had a little discrepancy on our big fish situation, but we managed to get that straightened out right away and get the right person paid for the big fish. That was my first tournament. And matter of fact, from that tournament, if you can see, I'm wearing a t-shirt, one of my sponsors, Hootie Hoot Baits, who lives up there in Ukiah, overlooking Clear Lake, won that tournament. And matter of fact, his father and I became very good friends. And if you go to my Facebook page, and you can find me at Facebook.com/Ronald.Pratt, Pratt.50. And if you go through my Facebook page, you will find a lot of stuff that I've done, and you will find an interview with the angler parents who won my tournament and who is now one of my sponsors, and all sorts of, and the weigh-in, and me sending off the anglers on their way, launching them off for that tournament. Put a lot of work and effort into it. But again, like I was going to say, at the end of the day, when I finished out the tournament and collected money, I probably collected about $2,900 on top of what he had already collected in prepays for the tournament. And I sent the money to him. I didn't get anything out of it. So basically what it came down to, I got a chance to pay to host his tournament. I paid him to host this tournament. I was like, wow. Okay, this is the way it works. I'm out. I thought I would no longer participate. I felt I was being mistreated. I felt that I was, was taken advantage of, and all the work that I put into this particular tournament in California. But I thought I had a good thing going as far as, okay, I had about 32 anglers fish this tournament. Okay, we're going to do this. Maybe we can do this the following year. So because of the situation that I had, that's when the TT TTBA was started, that you can see behind me. Team Trail Bassin Association was started. And basically, it was my idea. And one of the other gentlemen that was involved in this other organization that I met, and we met in Florida. Matter of fact, at ICAST is where we first met. And we hit it off really great. So due into that situation, because this guy was the supposed to be tournament director, but there was some miscommunication on who was supposed to do what and what was supposed to be done by whom. So when we had this conversation, and the pro that was involved left the organization, the tournament director that was being the tournament left the organization, and I left the organization. So the two of us who left the organization, the tournament director and myself, we decided we'll come, because he had the idea, well, he'll just start his own organization. And I had the idea at the same time, I'll start my own organization. And we decided, well, we'll just put it together. And we put it together. I did, again, all the work, writing out the bylaws, setting up a Facebook. Well, he set up the Facebook page, but I did all the bylaws, set up a LLC out of Florida. We, what else we do? And we managed to get another angler that was involved with this, again, someone else that was involved in this particular organization that I decided to leave, that was also involved. So he came and joined us, and so we were going to set up some tournaments across the country. They were going to host a tournament in his region, Florida, me on the West Coast. My partner at the time got a little discouraged about that because he wasn't getting any people to fish the tournament there. In Florida, he couldn't get anybody to fish the tournament there in Florida. So he decided, it wasn't working, but I kept the faith. I kept on pushing. I've been pushing all these years. I've been pushing the TTBA. And so I said, okay. But I continued. And just recently we decided that I have done all the work, and I've been putting my heart and soul. And he was having some other personal issues going on, which I understand. No problem. But I could no longer share the floor with him because I was doing all the work. Even though I was doing the work, still, nobody's fishing our tournaments. And these are all live weigh-ins. I mean, it costs money to get permits out of state, in state. I tried both places, can't get, nobody's fishing. And I'm really getting puzzled by this. Also, I started I'm a survivor of cancer. And now 19 years, I'm a survivor of cancer. I'm a survivor of cancer. So I was going to host a tournament on Lake Mead, which is my home lake, and raise money for research on cancer, because I am a cancer survivor. But here in October in Las Vegas is Cancer Month, and I'm pretty sure it's all across the country. October is Cancer Month. But I was able to get with Cancer Society here in Las Vegas, had a meeting with one of the directors that handled where it came to sports and outside activities when it comes to raising money for the Cancer Society. We thought it was a great idea. I didn't do it the first year, but I went to their rally, the whole bit, to get an idea, get a feel, and get connected with this association. And so I was planning to do this the following year. Well, I can say one thing, I was hardly disappointed and brokenhearted, because all the effort trying to get the permits what I can and can't do on a government facility because Lake Mead is governmentally run, where I could set up, going through all that to get what? Goose eggs, goose eggs, goose eggs, see, goose eggs, nobody entered the tournament. And that was heartbreaking because I'm a cancer survivor now 19 years. So, okay, nobody entered. So I'm going to give the items I had for the tournament, I was going to do a giveaway. Rando, what's up, little bro? I was going to do a giveaway. Guess what? Nobody entered the giveaway. I had made a hoodie, especially for that tournament, for raising of awareness of cancer and research. I had a couple of, matter of fact, I have 3, and I gave one to my partner, but I had 3 fish finders that was sent to me by Lawrence that I was going to give away. I had one of those guitar games, Intel, I forget what that guitar game is, but with a controller and everything, you can use it with the Xbox and all that. I had to give away. Guess what? Nobody wanted it. And I'm really not understanding why nobody want these gifts. Why I can't give them away? Why nobody's fishing my tournaments? What's going on? So we move up, and I'm still trying to promote live tournaments and losing out. I learned about online fishing. Now, I'm very intuitive about things like that come up. I was like that when in the music business, when we were able to take our music to online and post it around the world. Of course, some people I was dealing with was like, well, we're not sure about that. We'll wait and see. But I made it happen because I could see the future. I could see what this would bring to us as musicians, as writers, as singers, as performers, how we could get our music out to the rest of the world. No different than online fishing. This is a way we can bring people together in a situation that they could still compete, because during the time I was going to host a Hog Masters tournament on Clear Lake. But because of the coronavirus, what's up, Cortland? Because of the coronavirus, I decided I thought, well, because of coronavirus, also we was going to a big drought at the same time. I said, okay, how can I still do this tournament and bring people together in a situation where we can practice social distancing? Because it was really going on big time. When the pandemic hit us in 2020, I mean, it caught on like wildfire. So that kind of put a halt to a lot of stuff. So I thought, okay, we'll do the Hog Masters tournament. That would be a good idea. Online, I decided to choose certain states that had big fisheries, because that would only be fair. Compete, the little guys, the little fishes don't have big fish. Why put them through that frustration? Because they know they're not going to catch big fish. So that was my idea. So I put out there and promoted it and everything. Put in a lot of work too. Put in a lot of work. Boy, man. I ended up getting sponsored Native Angler Apparel. So I had another sponsor added on. And one of the guys that I was talking to, I met online, who was another sponsor of mine, Exclusive Custom Lures. He made at least 4 boxes, tackle boxes, and I'll show you, of Custom Baits, Hootie Hoop Baits, another one of my sponsors, like I said, out of California. Some Juicy Jigs. Another gentleman I was dealing with from TI, True Image, Finesse Baits. I had, and this was something I was planning to give away in my Hog Masters tournament. But again, nobody entered. And I was really having trouble understanding, and I'm going to show you. I couldn't understand why. Here's one of my favorite companies called Six Skill. I got two reels here. These two reels in these boxes, one's a spinning reel and the other one's a bait caster. The D-Lug and the Carvey, which 2000, which is one of my favorite spinning reels. I love this spinning reel. Brand new. I bought these to give away to you guys. Let me show you. It's still in the box. Still paper. Never had line on it, never touched the water, nothing. I just want you to see this. This is what nobody wants from me. Brand new fishing reel. Look at that. That's a beautiful reel. I love these reels. All the reels that I've ever tried, they got these little hiccups in them, especially since I like the finesse fish, drop shouting. You know, I get this little hiccup in the reel when I'm making a turn, and it's driving me crazy. These reels don't do that. Here's the bait caster. Now, this is not one I particularly use, but the price was right. Beautiful. Beautiful bait caster. Again, by Six Skill. And this is a 7:0 ratio. Beautiful reel. This was another prize I was going to give away. Nobody wants it. Not for me anyway. And I'm not feeling sorry. Don't get me wrong. No, I'm not feeling sorry. I'm just trying to show you how unsupportive really the fishing community is. Because you guys say how supportive you are. This was something else I was giving away. Custom baits. I was talking about that. Let's see if I can get you up there. Look at this. Custom bait. Custom painted baits. From Exclusive Custom Lures, which are, you know, this little baby right here. Wake baits. Glide baits. Beautiful painted crankbaits. I mean, the guy that made these baits for me, excellent painter. Hootie Hoot, Finesse Jig, the Juicy Jig by Hootie Hoot Baits. They pitched in, gave me lures, made these for me to give away. And at one time I was with True Image. I was dealing with True Image and still has some, so I was giving away some of the baits. Like this one, Lemonade. It's called the Lemonade. Oh, dude. On Lake Mead, killer. The club I was in, like I said earlier, all they kept asking, hey, Ron, you got any more of those juicy, you got any more of those, that lemonade? I like to pretend, especially since it gets so hot here in Las Vegas. Then sometime that's when I'll call out and say, Juicy Jig, the Juicy Jig, what's up, Trevor? I got 3 boxes. Let me show you. I ain't lying. I got 3 boxes of, look at them, 3. Can you see? I got 3 tackle boxes of baits. I wanted to give away. Nobody wanted them. You want to see the belt I was going to give away to my Hog Masters, and I'm still holding on to it? Look at that. I designed this belt. Let me show it to you. As a matter of fact, 2 of the sponsors, Hootie Hoot Baits, Exclusive Custom Lures, is on this belt. Now, this belt was supposed to be given away 2021, my Hog Masters tournament last October. Nobody entered. Here's my second place and my third place trophies. Let me show you. I was going to give away that I spent my time and effort and designing for you, but nobody wanted it. The first time one of my sponsors said, "Hey, Ron, man, are you going to be giving away any trophies?" So one of my tournaments last year, I said, "Okay, I'm not sure, I'll try this and see what happens." So this was my first place and my second place trophy. And this was more for the single tournament that I started because this year I wanted to do more of a team tournament. So these were individual trophies that I was going to give away. Nobody entered. And I'm really puzzled by why nobody entering my tournament. I'm like, am I saying something wrong? Am I not? That's great. That's what I said. I'll be honest. The first time I used a lure, I hooked my back, but you kind of make me to want to go fishing. Yeah, it can be dangerous. I mean, when you're using lures like that, well, yeah, it can be. I see my grandson. I don't know where you talk about, Devin, but you need to stop. That's my grandson. I see him on there. But anyway, like I said, they can be dangerous. Hey, trust me, I worry about these lures, especially when I'm using these, especially when I'm using treble hooks. Single hooks, no problem. Have no problem with that. But with the treble hooks, you can easily get snagged, especially if you hook up on a fish. You can easily try to get that hook out of his mouth, getting that bait out of his mouth. You can get hooked up. Oh, I forgot something else I was giving away here lately. This is a $50, and it'd be kind of hard to see, but this is a $50 gift card. I was trying to give this away. Nobody wants it. I paid for it. I want to give away, but nobody wanted it. I did get one the other day when I was announcing my tournament, and really nobody came on, but my mother-in-law and my grandson was on, and I think my brother-in-law was watching, but I wanted to give the other one away. So I had a question, and I'm going to give you the question that I asked, and nobody entered. And after I talked to her about it, I gave her the same question. And the question was, where was the first Bassmasters Classic tournament held, the location, and the year? That's all I wanted. But nobody entered. But I ended up talking to her about it, and I ended up giving her the winner. If you saw, I said I had a winner. My mother-in-law won the other card. I had two. But originally, these cards were supposed to be given away in my Hog Masters tournament. I've tried to give them away just on a giveaway. Nobody wants it. And that's really puzzling why nobody wants my would you be showing out in Illinois? I hear you. But nobody entered. Nowhere. No time. Well, I can't say that. I had two guys last season enter my tournament. And one was the same guy and his partner the second time around. And then I had another young man that entered one of the tournaments. And even though the first time I only had one angler fish my tournament, and his buddy fished my tournament, Now I could have said, it's only you, and I'll cancel that out, give you your money back, and call it a day. But instead, I allowed them to pay the Fisher tournament. No, they didn't receive all of their money back because, it was 80%, but they did get some of their money back. Also, I sent them a box of custom-made lures. I also sent them a gift card from Honey Bake Ham worth $25, just because that's the type of person I am. Because that's the type of person I gave it to them anyway. I said, after that, I will send you this stuff. I will send you part of your entry feedback, and I will send you a gift card, custom lures. And I had some custom lures then too. Custom lures, custom baits, gift card to Honey Bake Ham. And matter of fact, that same year, I had another Bake Ham card that I gave away to somebody else online. And matter of fact, he was a local that I gave that card to. And matter of fact, another giveaway that I did have, I gave away, if anybody saw the video, that I gave away 2 t-shirts from my other sponsor, Native Angler Apparel. One was a local, and one was someone out of California that I gave a t-shirt and a performance jersey to. But those 2 items that I gave away to that was supposed to go with the Hog Masters tournament. So I am been very frustrated and confused and not understanding why the fishing community has not embraced me as a tournament director, as of my organization. I'm not understanding. I got great gifts to give away. Nobody wants. I'm really like, duh. I'm really spinning my wheels trying to figure out what's going on. What am I doing that nobody else is doing? What am I doing that everybody's doing, or what I'm not doing that everybody's doing, that they're getting participation and I'm not? There are a couple other online tournaments going on out there, and I see them. He had now 8 divisions going on. So it's like, well, how are they getting people to fish their tournaments and I'm not? I'm giving this just as much. And matter of fact, after October, when nobody fished this tournament, I said, the heck with November, December of last year. And I ended up hiring me a media manager. I hired me a media manager. That's why now you can see me on YouTube. Of course, I've always been on Facebook. Now I'm on Instagram. Now I'm on Pinterest. Now I'm on TikTok. I said, okay, maybe the problem is I'm not reaching enough people via just Facebook. I'm on, there's got these little groups on Facebook. I would send out messages, let them know my tournament's going on, all this. Some of the groups would accept my posts. Some wouldn't. I try to send to individuals that claim they're my friends on Facebook. I get dissed. Oh, don't be sending that to putting that in my inbox. Like, wow, okay. Because I'm easy. Hey, you don't want to deal with me? I have no problem with that. I have no problem with it. If you don't want to deal with me, cool. If I'm interrupting your life, okay. But this whole idea about no one, and I mean white or black anglers, I'm sorry, none of you have shown me any support. None of you. And I don't know why. What have I done to you out there that you can't fish my tournaments? I've asked questions. Who's been out there? Whoever fished online tournaments and had trouble, and what was their experience if they have? I might get one or two answers back. And as I keep trying to approach this situation and figure out what's going on out there, I learned, well, one person told me, well, he went to some of his friends and they're worried about cheating. Oh, okay. You're worried about cheating. I had another guy who finally, I really felt him, and really the first answer I got from this gentleman was he didn't think it would be really fair in that type of scenario because some lakes had much bigger bags than other lakes. And that's true. I have one of the hardest lakes in the country I fish at, Lake Mead. But we host 3 major tournaments on Lake Mead. It's the toughest lake in the country to fish. Our lake will humble Kevin Van Dam. I've seen Kevin Short fish this tournament. I've seen Aaron Martin, and bless his soul, fish this tournament. I gotten to see some pros come up here and fish our tournament with an organization called One Bass, where we hold the U.S. Open on our lake. Be humbled. But it's fishing. It's not called catching. It's competition. Any lake at any time can produce. We can even produce a big fish every now and then, every blue moon. Every now and then, a 6-pounder might come out of Lake Mead, but it's far and few between. But it's competition. So with all this, what I'm saying is that I put out a statement the other day, and I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'll say it again if I hadn't. I put out a statement the other day about the TTBA was going to back off on hosting tournaments due to the, I would say, lack of participation, but let me take that a little stronger, due to no participation. And I've been at this 9 years. And no participation, no matter what I do, no matter how I try to step outside the box, no matter what I come up with, no matter how I spend my money, nobody wants to fish my tournaments. And that's sad. That's real sad. So what I have decided to do, and I posted I wasn't going to be doing anything. I was going to just chill out, but I am going to still chill out. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to cancel all my tournaments on Fish Donkey except for one. And that's going to be my Hog Masters tournament. We're going to try this one more time, but I'm backing off, spinning my wheels, spending my money to bring joy and happiness to the anglers out there, to give a situation for those who really don't have the boats, who really don't have the big money. And look at our gas prices right now with this stupid war going on. Look how it's affecting us gas prices. The advantage of fishing online, you can fish your own lake. That saves gas right there. If you don't have a boat, you don't have to worry about having a boat. It also is very, what I want to say, also about online fishing is that we protect our fisheries. is catch and release right away. You take a picture, take a couple of pictures, you take a picture of it being released, boom. That means you're not carrying that bass around in your boat all day to do a live weigh-in. That help protect our fish. That help bring fish. Angel, what's up, my brother? Glad to see you. I saw your thing with your daughter, and I've been telling my wife, sorry, getting off a little track, but I've been telling my wife, Angel, that it's so good to see you as happy as you are now with your adult children, with your grandson that you get to spend time with. I mean, 2 thumbs up to you, brother. But anyway, like I said, I'm canceling all my tournaments except for the Hog Masters tournament. I'm not going to buy new trophies and a new belt. I'm going to have them redone for 2020, for 2022. And that tournament is going to be in October 8th. Matter of fact, it's on my list. October 8th is going to be that tournament. It's a open. I'm still going to do it like I did, how I had it last year. I'm only inviting certain fisheries across the country that have big fish in them. Different states, did I say countries? Different states across our country that have big fish in them. And I'm going to do it like that again. I'm going to save these for those tournaments, the 2 fishing reels and the trophies, and hopefully a nice payout. Now, I'm planning to be in Orlando in July for the ICAST convention, where I am a industry associate, the TTBA. Oh, did I tell you that? Did you know that I was an industry associate of ICAST? And you probably didn't. I've mentioned it in the past, but if you don't remember, I'm just kind of reminding you. And I'm planning to go there not only to look at the exhibits, but to promote online fishing, looking for sponsorship that would help promote online fishing, because I'm a great salesman. The people that I have that are my sponsors, these guys are not household names. They're not Livingston Lures. They're not Shimano Reels. They're not none of the big names, well, except for Six Gills, and Six Gills is not even my sponsor. I just love their product and working to making them a sponsor, a partner of the TTBA. But Hootie Hoot Baits, exclusive custom lures. Also, my music comes from, if you see in my vision, my music comes from Smitty Beats Market. Great tracks. He's more of a household name than the rest of mine because of the music business. And I've known him for years and used to produce with him. Eric Smitty Smith, who is the producer, the creator, and the owner of Smitty Beats Market. We did that back in the day. But these guys are on the grind. I support them. I've jumped on board without even asking for nothing, asking just because I saw these people that had great product, had a great attitude, and was on the grind. And I want to be a part of that. And I don't discriminate either. I have one who has Native American, Native Angler apparel, a Black owner. Hootie Hoot Baits, And Exclusive Custom Lures, Hootie Hoot Baits is a white owner. Exclusive Custom Lures, Asian descent, owner. One of my other sponsors that you won't see that is a local is Green Star Smog and Lube, black owned. I watched their business grow. They became my partner. They're on my truck. I ride with their brand name on my truck. I support them because I believe in them. And they didn't. When I first met them, I didn't know them. Matter of fact, Trevor Davis happens to be a good friend of my stepdaughter there in Florida. I didn't know that until she mentioned it, and one of my posts told me, "Oh, you supporting one of my schoolmates." That's how I found that out. But it wasn't for that, because I loved this product. I saw the potential. I saw what this gentleman was trying to do, and I jumped aboard. I started promoting him. I didn't even ask him. I just did it just because that's the type of person I am. That's what I do. Exclusive Custom Lures. Now, I've been online and I've seen other painters out there. But I liked his work. I loved his work. This man can practically paint. You can tell him what you're looking for and he'll paint it. Even though I've seen other painters out there on that do the same thing, but he was unique. That's why I came on board and started buying his product. And now he's one of my sponsors, helping me sponsor online fishing or even live weigh-ins. Hootie Hoot Baits won one of my first tournaments. Matter of fact, he's won all of my tournaments. Basically, it'd be him and two other guys that might fish it if I go up to Clear Lake. But like I said, nobody wants to wants any of my. I've seen that somebody said, oh, I want it. Oh, well, you know, they're here to be got if you really want them. But that question I asked, I forgot to mention that, answer that question. The question I had asked earlier, where was the first Bassmasters Classic held and what year? Anybody out there want to take a guess? Since I do have a few people, anybody out there want to take a guess? Anybody have any idea where that was and what year that was held? No answers? Want to look it up? Look it up. But again, yes, I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to take down, I decided to take down Fishing Fan 21. Okay, Devin. Anybody know? Nobody can answer. Nobody wants to answer. Nobody wants to answer the question. Just to let you know. Well, I'll give you the answer. The year was 1971, and it was held here, and I'm pointing to the east because I live on Sunrise Mountain here in Las Vegas, Lake Mead. Now, I don't have the results. I don't remember who was the gentleman who won that tournament, but what I do know about that tournament is, Angel, was 71 Lake Mead, my home lake. That's when the first Bassmasters Classic was held on my lake in 71. Even though I wasn't living here at the time, but that's when that bass tournament was held, the Bass Classic Tournament. And it was a surprise to all the anglers because wherever they were, they flew all the anglers to Las Vegas. They didn't even know where they were going. But that's where the first Bassmasters Classic Tournament was held in that year of 71 here on Lake Mead, my home lake, which I love. And it could be dangerous during the wind, and we're having trouble with wind. So it's not safe to be out there, especially my little boat, because I'm not going to have my little boat tossed. But yeah, that was the question I asked and nobody could answer, and nobody wanted to. So I'm really feeling discouraged, and I'm a songwriter too. And I'm about to write a song. I told my wife, and she looked at me crazy because I can write songs, and I have. Matter of fact, a song I played in the beginning of the opening of this stream was the lyrics I wrote. The music, no, but the lyrics I wrote to that song called Just One of Those Things an Angler Go Through. Now I'm about to write a song. The next song I'm going to write out, due to my disappointment and frustration, it's going to be called I've Been Locked Out, They Won't Let Me In. There's a song that goes, but the melody I'm going to use goes, I've been locked up and they won't let me out. So basically it goes, I've been locked up, they won't let me out. They won't let me out, no, they won't let me out. I've been locked up. So if you remember that melody, and I can't remember the artist who sang it, but because I'm taking it, I've been locked out, they won't let me in. So I'm going to write something to that because that's my disappointment. Showing my frustration because I deserve to be, my organization deserves to be part of this community. So that's going to be my frustration song because, like I said, I deserve. But you got to give me a chance because my organization can't survive if you don't participate. No organization can survive if they don't have participation. And I have my own reservations on why nobody is participating in my tournaments. And that goes for both black and white anglers across the country. None of you. And I don't even know what I did to you or said to you or done wrong to get this kind of feedback, no feedback. Bobby Murray, all right, way to look up there. Bob Murray was the winner of the 1971 Bass Classic on Lake Mead. Thanks a lot, buddy, for that information. But if I do any other giveaways, that's how you guys are going to have to get it. You're going to have to ask questions. You're going to have to answer my trivial question because I'm not going to just give it to you anymore. Because actually, you don't deserve it. My opinion. I'm good at what I do. I'm an honest person. I'm a hard worker. I believe in this sport. I believe in bringing this sport to more than just those who can afford the $60,000 to $90,000 boats. The purpose of the TTBA was to bring together anglers across the country that wanted to still be competitive, no matter whether if they had a boat or not. That's what this is set up for. So you can compete across the country. That online fishing is economically sound. Economically sound. That means less gas you're going to spend if you fish from online. No hotel rooms because you're staying at home. Food that you don't have to spend in restaurants outside because you're fishing your own home lake. Too easy. Too easy. But I don't know what to tell you guys. All I know is that you're not trying to fish with my tournaments like I've done something to you. Trying to figure out. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they said, "Ron, it sounds like you've been blackballed." Yeah, I know. Why? Because that's how I feel. I feel like I've been blackballed for no reason. I deserve to be in that market. I deserve, my organization deserve to have the chance to flourish as a fishing organization. You see my slogan in back of me, don't be wishing, be fishing? Because I'm original. Tight lines is played out. Sorry. It is. It's played out. Everybody can say tight lines. That's so easy. Don't be wishing, be fishing, because most of the time, especially the guys in some parts of the South and the North, where you are, I should say Midwest, where your lakes freeze up. Let me worry about you, Gary. Where your lakes freeze up and you're wishing you was fishing. That's what that stands for. Don't be wishing, be fishing. Are your boats broke down and you can't get on the water? Don't be wishing, be fishing. Find a way. That's what my slogan. I've been using that slogan for years. That's what I coined my phrase. Don't be wishing, be fishing. Because I'm original. And I'm going to stay original. And if nobody want to fish my tournaments, cool. You're the one missing out, not me. You're the one missing out on a good, honest, transparent organization, tournament director, owner of the TTBA. But you're never going to find that out because you don't want to fish my tournaments. I've been trying to break bread with you guys, but you don't want to break bread with me. And really, it's been hard on me to wondering why this is going on. I've had sleepless nights. I'm 69 years old. I'm retired. I work part-time. I'm contracted. How do you think I get this stuff? That money goes to pay for this stuff. But I learned something the other day watching some stuff on Facebook as I go through about being selfish. I'm selfish, not with you, but I've been selfish with me. I've been selfish to myself because I'm pouring my heart and soul. I'm pouring my energy. I'm pouring part of my income. And trust me, this is all separate income because my household is taken care of. Even during the pandemic, my household, I didn't lose a step in making sure all my bills were paid. Even my truck got paid off at the end of the year. And I didn't borrow no money from nobody. I didn't ask for no money from nobody, but my stuff got taken care of. The pandemic slowed us down as far as work was concerned. So there went my money, especially during that first year of the pandemic. But everything still got paid. So all this that I showed you came out of the money I earn on the side. So I can do the things I enjoy doing so it doesn't affect my household budget. But y'all don't want this. Y'all don't want to participate with me. I can, you know the old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I can give you the information, but I can't make you fish. I can give good payouts, but I can't guarantee the payouts. I can only go by how many anglers participate. That's how I judge my payouts. Sure, I would love to guarantee $100,000. You think if I could guarantee $100,000, y'all come running? I can't do that. I'm not in the position to do that. All I can do is the best on what I got. I can do the best how many people participate, how I base my payouts. That's the only thing I can do. And it can be better the more anglers that choose to fish my tournaments. I have great plans for the future for the TTBA. But without participation, that can't happen. It's not going to happen without participation from you guys, the anglers out there, showing me love like I'm showing you love. But again, like I said, I'm taking down. I'm not going to hold anybody else any longer. I'm not giving away anything today because I really don't feel like giving you guys anything, even trying to. I just want you to know how I feel because this has been really weighing on my heart and on my shoulders for weeks. For weeks, it's been weighing on me. So I need to bring this. I need to get this off my chest so I can move forward. Tim, what's up, Tim? So I can move forward with me. I'm not the type of person that worry a lot about stuff. I'm not the type of person that allows what's going on outside of my world usually affect me. But this has really affected me. It's made me depressed. It made me uncertain, and I'm not that kind of person. And anyway, what I've done is let all of this mess with my mind. That's what I've done. I let all of this, because y'all don't want to participate, mess with my mind. And I know I'm better than that. I know I'm a great person. I will give you the shirt off my back if I have it, if you want it, but you don't want it. I'm a survivor of cancer, 19 years, with no help from nobody out there. I survived. 19 years. But when I tried to raise money for the for cancer research, for breast cancer, for cancer in children, where were you guys? That's what I thought, crickets. Y'all was asleep. But I keep pushing forward because I know one day y'all gonna get it. Y'all gonna understand that this sport is not just for one person or one class of people. This sport is not just for one class of people. This sport is for everybody. Everybody deserves to be a part of it if they choose to. But, if you're not willing to support, what can anyone do in that case? Nothing, not much. So anyway, with that, again, like I said, I'm taking down all the tournaments except for one, and that's going to be the Hog Masters, October 8th. And if you want to fish it, fish it. The details will be on our website. You can go to our website at teamtrailbass.com for other information. We've invited people to come and show their catches on our website. We have a few. It's slowed down. Also, we're creating great articles about winter fishing. One we have on there. Another article we have, or a link to an article about the topic online fishing. And we plan to do other articles. So I am going to stay on the social media platforms. I am going to keep my media manager to continue to promote my brand, the TTBA. The only thing I'm not going to do is, I'm going to create content, but what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to pour myself all into this, trying to get you guys to fish my tournaments, because it's too stressful for me now. And I know one thing about stress: kills, especially African Americans. And I refuse to be stressed out anymore about this. I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. But until you give me the opportunity, oh well. I can't worry about it anymore. I done spent too much of my money to give to you guys, and I'm taking away from me. Matter of fact, I'm going to fish a tournament in May. My good buddy, Lau Valador, at Clear Lake. And I was asked also with him to possibly fish the U.S. Open in October here on Lake Mead with one bass. So that's what I'm going to do. Plus, I'm planning to go to Orlando for the ICAST, where, again, I am, the TTBA, I should say, is Industry Associates of ICAST, which I will be going and pitching about online fishing. It's going to be a hard sell, I think, and then I could be wrong. But when I go to the man to ask him about, partnering with me and what I could do for him, and he go to ask me, well, how many participants have you had? I come up with a big fat 0. He's probably going to laugh me out of the building. Or maybe even they may laugh me out the building. But that's a chance I'm willing to take. Because I know I have a great thing. I know I can take this to another level. But unfortunately, I got to depend on you guys out there. That's the only one thing about this that really bugs me, that I got to depend on people. Because most of my life, or a lot of my, even with my illnesses or whatever, I don't depend on nobody but me to heal me, to make me feel better. I don't depend on nobody but me, because it's always been just me. I got a lovely wife who takes care of me, my support. But other than that, I take care of me. I'm strong enough within my convictions and my abilities so I can take care of me. I didn't reach 69 being stupid, and that definitely is not my IQ. But anyway, if you want to keep up with me, if you plan to, you can find me on Facebook at ronald.pratt.50. You can find me on YouTube at Fishing with Ron Pratt, Pratt. You can find me also on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at TTBA_fishing. If you choose to keep up with me or subscribe to my channel, that's on you. Because honestly, people, I'm not in here for numbers. I'm not in here for how many people are viewing my website. I'm not in here for that. That is not my goal. Like a lot of you goal is how many views I can get, how many likes I can get, how many shares I'm getting. I mean, that's what you guys are into. And there's nothing wrong with that, but that's not me. That's what I'm not in here for. I'm in here to bring a sport to people across the country so they can participate. If they want to still be active in the sport of fishing, or they want to try to be active in the sport of fishing. That's my excitement, those who participate. I'm not trying to win no awards on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram for having the most content. That's what I'm not here for. I'm not here for that. That's not my goal. My goal is to bring together anglers across the country in a competitive situation, and that you get to know other anglers across the country that otherwise you never might have met. Who knows? One of those anglers you meet online might come and fish with you in your state just for GP. So that's what my goal is on this, is to bring anglers together to build on the sport itself, to give people an opportunity to experience a tournament-like setting without having to spend a whole lot of money. Makes sense to me, but that's just me. But anyway, people, that's all I got to say about all this. Like I said, hopefully you'll fish my Hog Masters tournament in October. We'll now and then promote it, keep it going, letting you know. It's a one-day tournament. Biggest fish of the tournament wins first. Again, based on the amount of anglers that participate, is going to determine the payout. Bottom line. Anyway, this is Ron Pratt, the coordinator, president, and founder of the TTBA. Be safe. Hopefully I'll see you on the water. And remember, don't be wishing, be fishing. I'm out, guys. I'm going to play a little tune from my sponsors. Oh, and real quick, my sponsors, please, I always mention my sponsors. My sponsors are Hootie Hoop Baits, if you can see that. And you can find them at hootiehoopbaits.com. Exclusive Custom Lures, you can find him on Facebook. Native Angler Apparel at nativeanglerapparel.com. Check out all his gear. Great gear for fishing, for the ladies, for the men, for kids. Check him out. And also, I'm going to say last but not least, but my people who take care of my vehicle, Green Star Smog and Lube, And again, last but not least, my great friend and a man who's like a brother to me, Eric Smitty Smith, owner and operator of, let me wave at you, James, I'm sorry. My good buddy and friend, Eric Smitty Smith, owner and operator of SmittyBeatsMarket.com. Go check him out. 400 beats or 400 tracks. I'm going to say they're not beats, 400 tracks, radio ready tracks. Go check him out. So with that all said, and now I feel better because I've gotten this off my chest, and I'm going to make some other moves far as for me. I'm about to get busy. And again, I'm taking down all the tournaments off my site. Shane, what's up, brother? My brother Shane. Greatest carpenter I ever known. That man can build stuff from nothing. Oh, great projects this guy does. So, like I said, again, I want to give him praise because he's a neighbor of mine. Like I said, anybody in the Las Vegas area, if you haven't seen his work, you need to check him out. Oh, I'm doing a live, Shane, out here, telling people my disappointment in them, the fishing community, my disappointment in them and how they're not sharing their love with me as a tournament director for my organization and all the love that I give back to the fishing community. So I see you watching, babe. I just waved at you. So that's what I'm just letting everybody know, and I'm about ready to sign off because I have to say pretty much what was on my heart. And I'm done with it. I'm not done with the sport fair. I'm not done with my organization. My organization is still going to stand. It's up to you guys. I can't force you to do anything. I got great gifts. I'm doing everything else everybody else is doing out there. Only thing is they're getting participants and I'm getting goose eggs. But anyway, I'm Ron Pratt, the coordinator, president, and founder of the TTBA. Be safe. Again, hopefully I see you on the water. And remember, don't be wishing, be fishing. Oh, by the way, I'm keeping the gift card. I'm not giving this to nobody. I'm going to